Winds this morning in Metro Atlanta and North Georgia. Saw one come through the metro right about 4 a.m. Might have woken you up. And I was just getting to work. I was like, oh yeah, thunder. Forgot that existed. Been a while since I heard that. Pockets of heavy rain now in parts of Cobb County, Paulding, Carroll, and into Douglas County. This is sliding through the north side of the metro now. So the rain beginning in Kennesaw, Marietta, Smyrna, pushing in towards Sandy Springs, Dunwoody, Roswell, Alpharetta here in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Skirting by really the north side. Not really looking for much rain on the south side down at the airport. But look at this back into Alabama. We are seeing this line come together now, and that's pushing towards North Georgia for the late morning and into the afternoon. A couple lightning strikes. That's going to be right along St. Clair County over in Alabama, but then also back down towards Tuscaloosa, and that's going to push towards the south side of our area. Live look over the bends. The temperature in Atlanta of 57. Down to the south, it's warmer. It's in the 60s and 70s down towards Eatonton and Macon. 50s in Atlanta for the next little while. Then into the afternoons, we're going to get into the 60s. Details on this wind chill situation. Yes, we're calling it a situation. That comes right here in a few minutes. Caitlin?
All right, you have our attention for sure, Alex. Thanks so much. It is now 7:01 and a memorial 5K being held today in Athens honoring Laken Riley, the nursing student killed while running on UGA's campus back in 2024. Her killer, Jose Ibarra, sentenced to life in prison that same year. And Good Day's Kim Leffler has followed her story from the very beginning, joining us with more on what to expect this morning. Kim, good morning.
Good morning, Caitlin. Well, as you can see here behind me, setup is underway for this 5K. This is right by the Tate parking deck. This, of course, is just one day before the 2-year anniversary of Laken Riley's death. The community coming together today for this 5K, as well as a memorial service. Laken Riley was last seen running on UGA's campus the morning of February 22nd, 2024. Her roommates called 911 when she never returned home. Police found her body hours later in a wooded area near Lake Herrick. Her killer, Jose Ibarra, entered the country illegally and was convicted of all counts against him, including malice murder.
This sick, twisted, and evil coward showed no regard for Laken or human life. I hope this sentencing sets a precedent so it stops with Laken and fails to happen to anyone again.
Since Riley's death, UGA has invested over $7 million to install call boxes, fencing, and improve lighting. Legislators also quickly took action. Representative Mike Collins introduced the Laken Riley Act in 2024, requiring ICE to detain illegal immigrants accused of crimes like theft or burglary. Riley's family joined President Trump as he signed that bill into law in January of 2025.
To Laken's family, we will keep Laken's memory alive in our hearts forever, everyone's hearts. With today's action, her name will also live forever in the laws of our country, and this is a very important law. This is something that has brought Democrats and Republicans together. That's not easy to do. Laken did it.
The Run for Your Life 5K is going to be starting in just about an hour at 8 o'clock. Check-in is going to begin here momentarily. And following the race, there's also going to be that memorial service. That is going to start at 10 a.m. We know Mike Collins will be speaking, as well as members of Laken Riley's family. We will, of course, keep you updated throughout the morning here on Good Day Atlanta, as well as Fox Local. Live this morning in Athens, Kim Leffler for Good Day Atlanta.
Thanks for that update, Kim. We'll check in with you in just a little bit. And developing this morning just into the Fox 5 newsroom, we have learned that former Olympian Jeff Galloway is in the hospital. Family members posting on his social media account that he had emergency neurosurgery, is now being cared for in the ICU. Now, over decades, millions of runners and walkers have read his books, attended his running school, joined his training process. He's been here on Good Day Atlanta so many times. Family members asking for fans and runners to send a video message of support. And you can see that address on the bottom of your screen there, where you can do just that, tribute.co/Jeff Galloway. Wishing him, his recovery team, well this morning. A cold case more than 8 years old finally coming to a close. The Paulding County Sheriff's Office says Heather Turner's death was not a homicide, but a suicide.
Heather's DNA was recovered and identified on the trigger guard. It was the only DNA recovered off the gun. Heather Turner's hands tested positive for gunshot residue. The results of Andy's test, the GSR test, was negative. The travel pattern of the bullet, the close contact are both consistent with a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
And you heard the investigator mentioning Andy, Heather Turner's husband, who found her inside their home in Paulding County back in 2017. She'd been shot in the head, leading to a whole lot of speculation and rumors. But as you heard, her death ruled suicide. Prosecutors introducing several pieces of chilling evidence during yesterday's ceremony in the murder trial of Colin Gray. He is the father of the accused Appalachia High School shooter, Colt Gray. Testimony started with GBI Special Agent Heather Lashley. Lashley tasked with processing the Gray home on the day of the shooting. Her testimony provided the jury with a first-hand look at the household through crime scene photos. She said she found a cluster of photos of convicted school shooter Nicholas Cruz, the man behind the Parkland High School shooting, along with a weapon.
I found a shotgun in the house as well as multiple boxes of shotgun shells, so yes, those would match. And I also found multiple different calibers of rifle ammunition.
Colin's mom-in-law also testified to the family dynamics, says she saw the accused shooter keep the weapon in his room. Court is expected to resume Monday, and Colt's mother is expected to take the stand. Prosecutors told the judge they hope to rest their case next week. Judge Glenda Hatchett appearing in court yesterday, responding to a claim from the Georgia Sheriff's Association. Hatchett was ordered to pay attorney fees. This is after she dropped a lawsuit against the group. Former Bleckley County Sheriff Chris Cootie pleaded guilty to sexual battery for groping Hatchett in 2022 during a reception for the association. Hatchett had named the Georgia Sheriff's Association as part of her civil lawsuit over the incident, alleging negligence and liability on their part. However, the TV judge decided to withdraw the lawsuit recently, saying she wanted to put the whole incident behind her. Her legal team arguing the most recent fee request lacks merit and could discourage other victims from coming forward.
I have literally heard from people in parts of the world who have reached out to me. I've heard from women who said, I never had the courage to do this, but because of you, I have now found my voice. And if I allow this to stand, it has a chilling impact on others who need to come forward.
Judge Hatchett says her team will not be quiet on this issue. We'll keep you updated. And developing a Hall County high school teacher, soccer coach, arrested and charged with raping an underage family member. The Banks County Sheriff's Office arresting Felipe Esteban Nunez at his Gainesville home on February 13th. Investigators say the victim told them the alleged assaults happened between 2018 and 2019 in Banks County. Nunez has worked for Hall County Schools since 2024, teaching Spanish and coaching the JV boys soccer team at Chestatee High School. The district says he is now on administrative leave. 21-year-old man recovering after police say he was shot here on MLK Drive. Fox 5 over that scene. Sky Fox 5. Atlanta police originally thought he'd been shot on Richardson Road, have since learned that was not the case. He is now at the hospital being treated for a bullet wound to the hand as police are trying to figure out exactly who is responsible. And we are hearing from the family of a 21-year-old man shot and killed in Atlanta last weekend. Police say Travales Talbert Jr. was gunned down at a home on Coleman Street. This is in the southwest part of the city. Family members we spoke with say Trey was the life of the party and lit up every room. They also say they can't wrap their head around the fact that he is gone. They don't understand how this could happen.
I'm in total disbelief and I'm still in shock with so many emotions at the fact that somebody would just gun down my son that was so full of life, that was sweet, nice, compassionate.
Police have not released any details as to how the shooting happened. Family members say they remain confident that police will find the killer. And an update now in a murder investigation out of Woodstock. Police say they've arrested 18-year-old Prince Philip Raleigh in connection to the death of another 18-year-old, Matthew Milner. Milner was shot and killed back at the end of January at the Riverstock Apartments off of Arnold Mill Road. Raleigh now faces multiple charges, including malice and felony murder, along with aggravated assault. He is now behind bars at the Cherokee County Adult Detention Center. To Troup County now, where a county employee who stole more than $500,000 worth of taxpayer funds is going to spend 18 months in jail and have to pay all that money back. Federal prosecutors say Wesley Gaddy exploited the personal information of more than 75 former Troup County employees while she was the county's payroll specialist, redirecting their funds to her own accounts. Federal prosecutors say she used the money to fund a boutique she ran on the side, also bought 3 horses, a horse trailer, a travel camper, and a boat.